This tombstone marks the spot where Lieutenant Colonel George Armstrong Custer fell in battle along with 264 men under his command. The date was June 25th, 1876. The place was near the Little Bighorn River in south-central Montana. It was the Battle of the Little Bighorn, also known as Custer's Last Stand. For over 200 years, the Plains Indians were a major force in North America. When a new Native American culture arose around the horse and buffalo, a formidable warrior class grew up with it. It was a way of life that successfully controlled the Great Plains up until the middle of the 19th century. But in 1848, the discovery of gold in California changed all this and began a process that over the next 25 years saw the Plains Indians succumb to the white man's diseases and their superior numbers. The final straw was the gold rush into the Black Hills of South Dakota. It was a sacred area for northern tribes who viewed this intrusion as a violation of the 1868 treaty between the Sioux and the federal government. With the outbreak of hostilities, the cry went out to Washington to suppress the Indians. Civil War hero General William T. Sherman wrote,
"I will urge General Sheridan to push his measures for the utter destruction and subjugation of all who are outside the reservation in a hostile attitude."
As a result, Custer was sent on a reconnaissance mission to the Great Plains, where he located an Indian encampment near the Little Bighorn River. Custer was the Golden Boy hero of the Civil War. By most accounts, he was arrogant and overconfident with presidential ambitions. So it came as no surprise that on his own he planned an attack against the encampment of 6 tribes gathered for a Sundance ceremony. It is estimated to have contained 10 to 15,000 Indians with over 2,500 warriors. Custer split his troops into 3 battalions. Eventually, those under his command were forced onto a hill near the Indian encampment, where he and his men were slaughtered. It was a brilliant military victory for the Indians, led by the Sioux chief Crazy Horse. The Little Bighorn was the biggest defeat of the U.S. Army by the Plains tribes, but it also marked the end of the Indians' way of life. In the East, where the Indians once had sympathizers, leaders now viewed the Little Bighorn as a massacre. The cry would be for revenge.